Hello children, good morning. Welcome for today's biology class. So today let us focus upon the topics active immunity, passive immunity, vaccination, allergies and immune system in our body. Now let us go to the topics one by one. First is active immunity. So when the host is exposed to antigens which may be in the form of living or dead microbes or any other proteins, antibodies are produced in the host body in any foreign particle. For that, our body produces antibody. Active immunity is slow. It takes time to give its full effective response. So, injecting microbes deliberately is done during immunization or vaccination. So, it boosts your immunity. So, it is one type of active immunity. Next is passive immunity. In passive immunity, ready-made antibodies are directly given to protect the body against foreign agents. So here passive immunity, so actually we don't get previously. So it is by injecting antibodies, it is being boosted. For example, colostrum of mother, that is the first milk after delivery, it contains abundant antibody, that is IgA. It protects the child. Okay, but during pregnancy also the fetus receives some antibody IgG during pregnancy, then later IgA through colostrum. Okay, the passive immunity, so here antibody is injected directly inside the body. Both of them are different from each other. First is active and second is passive immunity. Actually the vaccination or immunization is based upon the active immunity. It is the property of memory of based on the property of memory of immune system. In vaccination, a preparation of antigenic protein of pathogen or inactivated weakened pathogen, okay, in the form of vaccine, it is introduced into the body. The antibodies produced in the body against vaccine, and that is no against the vaccine it is produced, antibodies are produced. So it would neutralize the pathogenic agents during actual infection. So actually by means of vaccine our immunity is boosted. Because of that, when you are getting the infection second time, so it will be, your body will be protected. The vaccines also know the generally memory B cells and T cells, it recognizes the pathogen quickly on the subsequent exposure. The second exposure if we get, and these B cells and T cells know, they will recognize the pathogen quickly. Passive immunization, how do we do? It is now mainly performed. So I told you the preformed antibody is injected inside. For example, snake bite, if you are suffering from snake bite, no, then injection of antivenom, it will encounter the snake venom. The same way dog bite, if you are getting the rabbit dog bite, then automatically the injections are given to you that not only dog bite, any type of animals also bite we have to get, because your body is not able to produce sufficient antibodies during that time. So by supportive, by you are injecting that is antibodies inside your body, it will protect, it will give, it will actually it gives you more immunity, then you can fight against the disease better. Vaccine production, it can be the DNA recombinant technology. Okay, this allows the mainly it allows production of antigenic peptide of pathogen in bacteria and yeast. By using the modern method, that is recombinant DNA technology, we can produce. The vaccines produced by this approach in large scale production of antigen for immunization. This approach we can produce in large scale. Example, hepatitis B, it is produced from the yeast. Then next is allergy. So in case if you are exposed to any type of foreign body, your body produces some X-aggregated response of immune system. So in case dust allergy, so if you are exposed to dust, you will be sneezing continuously. So like that skin allergy, if unexpected, unwanted cosmetic cream or any other thing, it is exposed to your skin, you will get irritation, scratching sensation, reddening of skin. That is just allergy. The substance which cause that type of response, you call that as allergen. IgE is produced during allergic reactions. Okay, some people know that the people are more allergic, they are highly sensitive. In that case, they will suffer from more problems. So in that case, no. So then we have to give medicines to them. So let us study that. The common symptoms. What are the common symptoms they produce? Sneezing, watery eyes, running nose. So when you see, the common allergens, it may be dust, pollen, animal dander. Okay, the animal, from the skin. The skin, they produce the dead skin cells that will also cause some allergic. Few people are allergic to that also. So allergy, actually how is it caused? That is due to the release of histamine and serotonin from the mast cells. Okay, the mast cells connective tissue, it is one cell present in connective tissue. So it produces, the mast cells, they produce histamine and serotonin. So how can you protect that? By giving antihistamine, adrenaline and steroid. Okay, it will this type of drugs, it will quickly reduce the symptom of allergy. Actually, in exam, what do they ask in 3-mark question? What is allergy? So what are the substances released during allergic response and how it can be controlled? Like that they can ask her what are allergens. So in that way, it can be asked in 3 marks or maybe in separately. The questions can be asked separately in 1 mark and 2 marks and all. Next is autoimmunity. So the memory based acquired immunity able to distinguish the self and non-self, that is the foreign cell and the self cell. Okay, so they will be able to distinguish that type of immunity called that as autoimmunity. But sometimes what do you do know? So our body, due to some problems, due to some genetic or unknown reasons, so your body is not able to recognize the self cells. They are not able to recognize the self cells and non-self cells. So in that case, what they will do? They will start to damage your own body cells. Okay, as they are not able to distinguish, it will destroy your own body cells. Then it is self-destruction. So because of that, so it can produce it is very difficult to control because it is genetic disease. That's why it fails to. For they are not able to identify their own cells, then start to destroy their own cells itself, own cells, then tissues. So example, rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis are autoimmune diseases. So they are self-destructive disease. Now let us come to the immune system. The immune system, it consists of lymphoid organs, lymphoid tissues, T cells and B cells, antibodies. Actually, what is immune system? It recognizes the foreign antigens and responds to them and remembers them also if you are getting the second attack. The immune system also plays important role in allergic reaction, autoimmune diseases and organ transplantation also. So now let us see the organ. The lymphoid organs of 2 types, primary and secondary. So primary organs, they are bone marrow, thymus and all coming under this category. And secondary lymphoid organs, spleen, tonsil, lymph node, Peyer's patches of small intestine and appendix are coming under this category. Actually, under primary lymphoid organs, production and maturation of lymphocytes take place. In secondary lymphoid organ, proliferation and differentiation of lymphocyte takes place. Okay, so that production and maturation, so here proliferation and differentiation. So the bone marrow is the main lymphoid organ where all blood cells are produced. Thymus, it is a bilobed organ, it is present closer to heart. Actually, the thymus, it is well developed in young age. Then later ages, the age increases, the size of thymus, it reduces. That's why, your immunity also weakened when you are getting aged. The B lymphocytes are produced and matured in bone marrow. That's why we call that as B lymphocytes. T lymphocytes are produced in bone marrow but matured in thymus. That's why T. Thymus T. That's why we call that as T lymphocytes. Spleen. It is a large bean-shaped organ. Mainly it contains lymphocytes and phagocytes they contain. Actually, they act as filter of the blood by trapping the blood-borne microorganism. It is trapped. Okay, and it is containing large number of erythrocyte also. So it serves as a large reservoir of erythrocytes. Next is lymph node. This solid structure located at different points in the lymphatic system. It traps once again the microorganisms and other foreign antigens. Antigen trapped in the lymph node, it is responsible for activation and differentiation of lymphocytes. and it causes the immune response. Then MALT, mucosal associated lymphoid tissue. It is located within the lining of major tract, that is respiratory tract, digestive tract, urinogenital tract, and all know these lymphoid tissues are present. It mainly this contributes about 50% of the lymphoid tissues. Okay children.